Hello everyone. I'm going to present our project, the house hardware. The group members are Ram Vignesh Rajan Mallika, Ram Kumar Satyanarayana, Praveen Arundhati Palanisamy, Shahin Shaji, Sachin Sabu. I'm going to discuss about the business structure of the house hardware. We are going to start this hardware retail shop in Sydney, Nova Scotia. The store place, we are going to take that in a lease contract for 2 years. And as an inaugurating offer, we are going to provide the 15% offer for the selected products, and it's going to be a limited time deal. We have an online option too for the customers to order the products. There are various operating departments in house hardware. Generally, the managerial decisions of the company are taken by the store head, while the operational decisions are taken by department head and managers. The various departments in the house hardware is merchandising, finance, fulfillment, e-commerce, operations, and customer experience. Services. We have various departments to meet customer needs. A required associates will be assigned in each department to assist the customer while shopping. And during the peak hours, it's required to have more associates in order to fulfill every customer needs. As we are providing an online option to order the items, the customer can get the required product on time, even if the product is not in stock. The least lead time for an online order is 1 day. To improve this service, we have initiated an idea to handle a service slip to the customer. In that way, the customer will be having a chance to give their opinion or feedback on the service. Customers are provided with the store contact number and email where they can send their queries, and any queries will be resolved in 2 or 3 business days. As per the return policy, customers can return any product within 14 days from the date of purchase with a valid bill on them. Market survey of retail shops in Sydney, Nova Scotia. There are many construction companies in and around the city. For many years, people have been used to the popular brand and the high price on that, so they have no chance to order anything and get a reliable product. So the house hardware will be a best option for all class of people. As we're introducing everyday produced product offer, clearance, and additionally the bulk discount for the purchase above $500. We hope the customers in construction companies and many contractors will be benefited from the prices and services. The supply structure of the house hardware. There are 3 supply structures as a centralized, decentralized, and hybrid. The house hardware plans to have a centralized organization structure where the purchasing decisions involve coordinating all purchasing activities for the entire store by a single department. Since it's a new startup, a centralized decision will be more effective compared to decentralized or hybrid. It allows the supply manager more authority and credibility. This structure allows making a quick decision comparative to decentralized or the hybrid one. It also helps us to monitor the whole organization periodically by reviewing purchasing activities, evaluation of suppliers, and development of purchasing training programs. From supplier's point of view, it is easy to determine whom to call on, and it eases the process on both ends, suppliers as well as the buyer. For a small-scale organization, it is better to have a conversation by one person in which it is the centralized supply structure. Why not choosing decentralized or hybrid? Selecting decentralized or hybrid in this situation will be of high risk for house hardware. By controlling a single store, a centralized structure helps us to identify the problem easily. It gives the clarity about the decision and lessening the complexity of purchasing. To choose a decentralized structure, the organization should be in a position to invest more money by increasing the outlets where the purchasing decisions can be divided to every department. Competitive strategy. There are many competitors in Sri Nova Scotia for the hardware retail shops. We strongly believe that the house hardware will be able to sustain in this retail hardware market. Our competitors are the Home Depot, Home Choice Building Center, and so on. Even though the competitors are more popular and been there for many years, our offers quality product at reliable price will attract customers and building contracts and many people. Product availability and product customization will make the house hardware more unique than other stores.
The next topic is organization goals. We have to follow the following objectives to achieve organization goals: to provide good quality products and services at a competitive price, to create a customer relation oriented business, to stand out from existing competitors by differentiating in customer service. Organizational goals also means how to survive or thrive in a business. In order to thrive in a business, we can increase our brand awareness. Creating a powerful and relatable brand store helps our customer connect at a deeper personal level with our brand. For example, social media advertising, conducting DIY workshops, or giving the customers a DIY beginners offers can increase our brand awareness. Next point is about setting up omni-channel. By selling through various channels, considering the demographics could strengthen brand presence in market. This means that trying to find many other ways to sell our products. For example, setting up an online store. Optimizing the procurement cost is of huge importance. Keeping an eye on the budget is crucial. If we are buying merchandises at prices just below the resale prices, the business model may not be sustainable. Other key factor is knowing our employees very well, knowing the team, understanding their strength and weakness, building a strong employee workforce. Improving this area would impact the overall services and customers' perspective towards the brand. Now let's look into supply goals. First point is achieving efficient fulfillment. Organizations must pursue the goals of matching supply with demand in a timely fashion through the most efficient use of cross-chain resources. Supply chain partners must work together to maximize resources productivity, develop standardized process, eliminate duplicate efforts, and minimize inventory level. Such steps will help the organization reduce waste, drive out cost, and achieve efficiencies in the supply chain. Second thing is we have to improve customer value. Cost-efficient fulfillment and inexpensive products are important, but supply chain managers must also focus on value creation for their customers. Customers are the core of supply chain. Hence, a fundamental objective in supply chain management must be consistently meet or exceed customer requirement. Next is respond to change in environment, adapting to a fast-paced change in supply chain methods. Or we can say decreasing the lead time will also decrease the response time to the customer. And the final point is quality. Sometimes we have to choose quality over quantity. In this tools hardware retail store, customers won't be buying products every day. They will be looking for better quality products and they won't be buying it in a bulk quantity. So providing a better quality products from our side is needed.
So now we look into the organizational structure of the house hardware. So the owner of the firm acts as a single entity of the store who have direct control of all the activities of the store. Area which he delegates are sales, logistics, merchandising, and accounts. So the sales manager is responsible for the hiring, training, and directing the sales personnel who in turn persuade the customers to buy products. Shipping and receiving managers are responsible for verifying content for shipments, receiving shipments, ordering supplies, leading and managing staff. The main goal is to always ensure timely, accurate, and secure shipping and distribution. The retail merchandisers are responsible for the right amount of goods that are available in store and being sold at the right price. They could also work closely with buyers and study other retailers to plan product ranges. They could also help meeting with suppliers, distributors, and analysts. As the name suggests, the account manager is an employee who is responsible for the daily management of particular accounts and year-end account data management too. So the last chain of the hierarchy, the staff employees, they mainly focus on handling customers, packing orders, delivering orders, and handling the in-store requirements. So the house hardware has decided to outsource certain activities which are not a concerning factor in organizational goals. Since the firm is in its initial stage of development, this could also help in reducing the overall expense incurred during this period, which would also allow us to further concentrate our budget into marketing and development activities. Some of the outsourced activities are providing an online sales portal whereby a customer could find our product online, such as Shopify.com, Amazon, and all those, which could help the customer to find the product in their doorstep. The next would be the customer service helpline. These are used to register consumer feedback and complaints, which are further transmitted to the parent company. The next would be the product service. For defective products and returns, help a third-party firm could help in servicing them, which acts as a middleman between the business-to-consumer interaction.
Lumber. Lumber is an important product and one of the most fastest selling item in Canada and USA. There are several types of lumber such as cedar woods, pine woods, plywoods, etc. Lumber can be supplied into customers by mostly two steps. First one is by stores and warehouses. Second one by online orders. Lumber, which is mostly bought from vendors or manufactured by home hardware, can be sold in stores by displaying them by accordance with its size and types. It is always recommended to have a certain quantities of lumber as backup if the stock in the store clears out. The second way of supplying lumber to customers is by online orders. When a customer needs a large quantities of lumber or a specific type of lumber which is sold only in our store, it can be ordered online. Online orders can deliver to customers with the help of delivery vendors or delivery partners. In Canada, popular delivery agencies are Canada Cottage, GoFor, and many more. Considering home hardware receives more than 30 orders in a day, all the bulk orders of the lumber for construction sites and realtors can be delivered using Canada Cottage's flat truck. All the small orders which need to be delivered to homes can be done using GoFor's trucks or box trucks. Explain the criteria to identify the needs for your item. First one, market. In Canada and USA, there's always a huge demand for lumber since it is one of the most fastest selling items during summer and fall. The Canadian sawmills and wood preservation industry contributed nearly $7.6 billion to the GDP in 2006. This is equal of 4.4% of the manufacturing sector's GDP and 0.7% of entire economy of Canada. This industry is also a key player in export market, accounting for more than 4% of total Canadian merchandise exports. Canada is known as a country with many resources. It has up to 10% of the world's forest coverage, 23% of the world's wetlands, and more than 20% of the world's fresh water. In 2005, Canada was the second largest producer of lumber in the world, with 16% of worldwide production, and the top world exporter with 30% of the international lumber trade. Canada sells its forestry products to over 100 countries. Its biggest export markets are United States, European Union, and Japan. Since there is a huge demand for lumber, the profit margin in this product is also high. As you can see in the graph, the volume of production is increasing drastically each year. This shows the demand for lumber everywhere. How do you describe the need for selected item? What are the advantages and disadvantages of your description method? In USA and Canada, construction and renovation is one of the booming business, and the amount of lumber purchased by these businesses are considerably high. Also, due to heavy snow and snowstorms in Canada, certain lumbers suffer damages. Hence, individual customers also take keen interest in replacing and building decks and other needs. Since lumber can also be used as a source of fuel, selling them will surely be a good for business. Advantages: lumber is a renewable resource and is grown in all countries. Its availability makes it easier in terms of logistical and supply process. Since 34.8% of Canada's landscape is filled with forest procurement and supply of lumber is relatively easy in Canada. Mostly every business or individuals purchase lumber during summer and fall except winter. Selling lumber during these seasons would yield more profit. Lumber is easy to handle, cut and shape with readily available tools, lending to its ability to have widespread uses. Disadvantages: transportation of lumber is considerably costly with increasing wood density and moisture content. Since the lumber is of significant length and weight, it can't be transported in ordinary commercial cars. Trucks or pickup trucks are needed. Storage of logs or lumber over a certain period of time may cause biodegradation. Many wood properties can affect manufacturing costs and efficiency. It is less costly to process large diameter logs. Bark characteristics, knots and other defects increases the manufacturing cost. Which technologies will you use for procurement process? One of the most traditional way of procurement was by visiting vendors or by mailing them when we need stocks. Due to development in information technology, several procurement softwares are available to ease the procurement process. Several retail stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, Canadian Tire use SAP ERP for the procurement process. SAP ERP is one of the most common known softwares used for procurement by many companies globally. Since the needs of every company are different, each gets a customized system. It considers operational and departmental needs. ERP systems are simple, flexible, and adaptable. That means it is easy for every employee to use it. It is flexible because there are different system modules for different departments. For example, sales and distribution, product management, finance, personnel management, and procurement departments. It is adaptable because the system is available via mobile. Hence, employees or management can use the software from anywhere. By using this method, the vendors themselves can check the company stocks and inventory and prepare for the next shipment for the store. This method saves a lot of time and ensures there is always enough stock in the store. For the item selected, how often you need to revise, make, or buy, or insource or outsource the decisions. Since lumber is a seasonal product, the decision may change every quarter depending upon several factors such as demand, season, market price, logistical process. During winter, the consumption of lumber would be considerably low when compared to other seasons. Hence, procuring lumber from vendors must be limited depending upon the demand. During heavy winters, transporting lumber from vendors or from the manufacturing place would be quite difficult, and since the demand is low, the selling price of the lumber can be low. During summer, the price can be revised and can be sold for a higher price as there will be considerably higher demand. During summer or fall, when the demand is high, the manufacturing process needs to be stepped up to meet the demand. Due to labor cost and manufacturing capacity, the demand can't be met sometimes. During this time, outsourcing materials from other manufacturers will help us meet the demand. If the manufacturing process of the lumber becomes high due to sudden economical impact of the country, procuring wood from neighboring or other countries can be done. This may save up logistical and manufacturing costs. How do you ensure the quality of the item selected before selling it to the manufacturing unit or to the next stage of supply chain, such as retail store? Quality control is important to ensure that products can deliver the performance that customer expects. Every piece can be checked by different grading methods. For example, after machine test grading, timber can be checked using visual grading criteria. This will pick up problems in the grading process. It does not generally work to use the same grading technique for the check as was used in the production grading. Shift checking is the process of testing on physical property a number of times during each shift. Invariably for structural timber, this is more or less of elasticity or stiffness. In this way, the timber is not broken, so can still be marketed, or the stiffness can be used to check that the grading is able to produce the product expected. The results are aggregated to give a picture of long-term drift in properties as production and continuing. Periodically, typically once per year, a sample may be collected and subjected to more strenuous testing. Usually 2 properties will be determined for each piece, that is, modulus elasticity and bending strength. This gives a better check on the properties of the entire population produced by that mill. Machine stress. In this, the strength of the wood is tested using a testing machine. This machine applies pressure up to 60,000 pounds on a sample of wood. Starting with light pressure, the machine begins to push against the wood and slowly increases the pressure. The more the pressure the wood can take, the stronger it is. Visual grading. Visual grading requires that each piece of lumber is examined by a trained grader for characteristics known as decrease in strength, stiffness, or utility such as knots, slope of grain, and splits or checks. Making sure the vendors or the manufacturing units have the proper tools to produce the required lumber and have the infrastructure to do the necessary quality testing to ensure the lumber is fit for customer use. Making sure logistical partner transports the lumber with the right transport and protects the lumber from environmental damages and physical damages before delivering them to the store. Making sure the store or the manufacturing unit has the necessary equipment to load and unload the lumber from the trucks, like forklifts, log stackers, reach truck, etc.
What is the best method of delivery to final customer in your business? And what about transportation from supplier to manufacturer? So the answer is the best delivery method from supplier to manufacturer is truck. Trucks can carry large amount of goods to manufacturer in one way. During winter, dry van and enclosed trailers are used as the moisture content of the wood has to be restored, and there are a lot of chances that the moisture can be lost during snowfalls. In summer or fall season, flatbed trailers or stretch top deck trailers can be used. Considering delivery method to final customer, there can be two different ways that can be taken into the account. First type is a company transporting the woods to the desired location as per the customer's needs and charging them accordingly. The other type is customer arranging their own transportation to pick up the products from the company. List at least 3 main suppliers of your item. The first one is Stella Jones. It's a Canadian-based company which is focused on producing wood products. They are a reputed manufacturer of woods, so purchasing from them would give assurance of quality woods. The second one is from forest or from farmers. Purchasing from farmers on contract basis is a great idea. Acquiring woods from forest with proper approval from the government also suits good. The third option is importing from other countries. Procuring woods from other countries is another option, but this can be least considered as tax and transportation charges are another liability. Decide the criteria to select the suppliers for your item. The first one is quality. Quality of the wood supplied is the most important criteria. The more the quality we deliver, the more the revenue increases, thereby satisfying the customer needs. Cost. Purchasing higher costs would fetch no profit to the company, but purchasing high cost wood must be justified to the quality of the wood purchased. The third one is the transportation. Purchasing wood from far location would result in higher transportation costs, so it's thereby important to avoid unnecessary long routes. Decide which supplier will you select among these. Purchasing wood from the farmer or the forest is the best deal because importing or purchasing from reputed companies would either have a slightly higher purchasing cost or transportation cost. For example, Stella Jones will sell their product with a maximum profit by negotiating terms from their own suppliers. Likewise, importing wood would result in spending a lot of money for transportation costs, which is unnecessary. So the best way of all these would be purchasing from a farmer by negotiating terms with a contract of certain years. For your selected supplier, what is the best type of relationship between your business and the supplier and why? Purchasing from a farmer or from a forest that is with the government approval can be long term. Say for example, if the company finds that the farmer supplies A quality woods, then there is no need to look for alternate supplier and a contract can be laid for long term. When contract is laid for long term, the purchasing price can be slightly reduced by negotiating with the farmer. This negotiation cannot be achieved by having a contract with a reputed company who sells with wood with a profit objective. How can you apply sustainability in the procurement process of your business? Enable training and capacity building. This initiative will take buyer supplier to next level in a positive manner. If a supplier is not supplying woods of good standards, a quality analysis team can intervene and solve issues with the supplier. This ends in a positive note for both the supplier and the buyer. Monitor and measure supplier performance. Company performing regular quality checks and having scorecards for different quality levels and notifying the supplier about the same by having face-to-face meetings develops faith and long-term business mentality. Institute sustainable procurement policies. This has to be introduced by the top levels of an organization, that is, board of directors, where sustainable procurement strategy has to be aligned with core business strategies. This helps in stabilizing and lasting influence that would enable value.
Thank you.